Okay, we want to talk about basic pentatonics on this first thing. A pentatonic is pentatonic, five tonics. It's one, two, three, five, and six. And you've got a triad in it, one, three, and five, and then two notes, two and six, and together they make five pitches. Notice there's no half steps, so it's kind of a stable sound. In fact, when you play them together, there's lots of fourths, a third, fourths, depending on how you spell them, fifths, sixths. Okay, now within the major family of chords, there are three pentatonics that fit because they become part of the whole scale. If I'm talking about C Lydian, I can build three different pentatonics. I can build one on the root, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, which is kind of the equivalent of a C6-9 chord. I can build one on a fifth above that, on G. It's got all the same notes except it adds one, which adds the major seventh, so it's got a slightly different sound. Then I can also build one on the ninth, or the second if you prefer. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 starting on D. And that adds a new note again, which is the Lydian sharp 11. If you look at all the notes that are in that, I've got a ninth, a third, sharp 11, 6, and major 7. So really, this one shows the high end of all the extensions to a C major or a major type chord. That's why you kind of hear how it floats above it. So you might, some people might call that bitonal also, because it's like a D over a C. Okay, now, if you've had any classical music, you know that there's major and then relative minor. So relative minor of C major is A minor, and minor pentatonics are the same notes, just starting on a different pitch. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's actually 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 now on A minor. You got the root, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the seventh. Okay, well, the same principle applies. Over A minor, I can play the root. I can play a minor pentatonic over the fifth. And I can play one on the ninth or the second. And just like the majors, as I go up 1, 5, and 9, I'm going further up in the upper colors of the Dorian scale. So when I'm playing a B minor pentatonic, I'm kind of accentuating the 13th up there. Okay. So those are the three pentatonics that work over major and minor chords. Now, here's some more interesting things. Because these are scale, these kind of imply key centers, C, G, and D over C major. Why not introduce some blues inflections over each of those areas of the scale? So if I play a bluesy kind of C idea,